My husband's sister Isabel lived a short distance from us, and like all spinsters she loved my children like her own. We were visiting her one dark, wet night, and as usual she had a bright warm fire and spoiled us with the usual treat she kept especially for the children and a wee treat for me. About 9:30 it was time to go home, and as we left the avenue where she lived, we proceeded down Abercorn Road. I was a few yards behind my son and daughter as I had delayed saying goodnight to Isabel, when all of a sudden out of nowhere a soldier dropped to one knee and took aim at my 15-year-old son from behind, who was swinging a long black furred umbrella in his left hand. I had a perfect view of this slow-moving nightmare and of the danger to him and my 5-year-old daughter who was holding his hand. The incident will be forever frozen in my mind, and the thought of what could have happened. Who would believe it was a furred umbrella he had, and that above all else we were a non-political family who had relatives of all persuasions, political views, and none. That night I thought that as soon as I could we would move. However, for many reasons my dream was not fulfilled until I took early retirement. One Sunday afternoon, my husband and I took a drive around the areas where he used to work, and to a little village that I had never seen before called Thelma. We drove down a lane, and there was the most magnificent view of the Sperrins in all their summer glory. And what a surprise, we were building a few houses at the end of the lane. Our house in Abercorn Road was an old Victorian terraced one, 3 stories high. It was hard to heat, and everything I looked for seemed to be in the top attics. What a change the house in Phelan was. It was detached with a beautiful garden, lots of light, and most importantly, it was new. However, my husband was not very enthusiastic about moving. Men don't like change, but I was smitten straight away. The area and house was what I had dreamed about for years, and it was far away from the troubles, the vandalism and insecurity of the city. Looking back, we never regretted moving to the country, and I still love the new house and the area. The neighbours are friendly, exceptionally good and helpful without being intrusive. The little church has just been refurbished, and the Italian mosaics behind the altar are magnificent in their colour and artistry. I'm more aware of the changing seasons than before, and for someone who likes to paint, well, it's just an artist's dream. Now that I'm retired, I can avail of the advantages of the country living. However, this paradise has just one drawback, and before any of you rush to move here, be aware that the radio and television reception is poor, and to make a call on the mobile it is necessary to lie over the garden wall in summer and winter. Also be aware that you need a box of emergencies such as a wind-up torch and a gas stove for when the electricity fails, as it frequently does, and never be caught out without a mobile phone.